I have these wooden boxes. I got them from Target for $3, and they measure 8 by 8 inches, and they're 3.5 inches deep. So I just removed the price tag, and I have some painter's tape, and I'm just going to place the tape on the inside of the wooden box where the holes are for the handles and the openings in between each slats in the front. I'm going to try to avoid any paint getting on the inside of the wooden box here. And once I had all 3 painted, I'm going to take my Wise Owl black paint and cover all 3 of them. Now I'm going to be showing you 2 different projects. And again, I'm just painting the entire outside of my box, trying to avoid any paint from getting on the inside. And then I have this piece of wood here. It's about 2 inches by 23 inches, and I covered that with the Wise Owl black as well. I'm going to make sure everything is fully dry, and once the boxes in my piece of wood are dry, I'm going to take some of my Wise Owl Snow Owl and paint on top of the black. Now, I want to do this because I want some of the black to peek through the white. I do not want to give full coverage with the white. You can do a dry brush, which is just a very small amount of paint, or you can go a little heavier, but leave some of the black still peeking through. And I did this technique on the 3 boxes and the 23-inch piece of wood as well. Once that's dry, I have some Elmer's wood glue. I'm going to put some glue at the bottom of my piece of wood here. And I'm just going to put enough so that I can lay my first box right on the bottom. Now I put a little too much, so I'm just going to take a baby wipe and just wipe that off before it dries. And using my small DeWalt clamps, I'm going to hold that in place. And then I'm going to place the second box above that one. And you want to leave enough space in between. I probably did about 5 inches. And then I'm going to place my second box. And again, we can hold it in place with the small DeWalt clamps that I get right from Home Depot. And baby wipes are always nice to have on hand. I'm just wiping up some of the glue that got on the wood. That fully dried, and now I'm going to remove the tape from the inside of my boxes. I got this locally grown fresh produce sign right from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the stake from the bottom of it, and I'm just going to place it right on the top part of my board here, where I left the space. And I'm holding that in place with some hot glue. And that completes the first project. It just is a little produce basket for your countertop. Now the second project, I took this board. It's a 12 by 9 inch board, and I'm going to paint it using some Wise Owl Snow Owl. I then got this stencil from Hobby Lobby. It's the Show Off's brand, and it's an adhesive stencil. And I'm going to lay it right on my board. Now you want to just pick anything that the stencil will fit on. You can use a piece of cardboard as well. I'm using a foam dabber and some Wise Owl black paint, and I'm just rubbing the paint on top of the stencil here. You really don't need a lot of paint, and because this is one of the adhesive mesh stencils, I do not need to even do a dabbing motion. I'm just wiping it across. And then when you remove the stencil, it has a very clean finish. I then took the third basket that we painted, and I have these egg cartons left over from Easter. They were the Dollar Tree eggs that came in these little cartons, and I took 2 of them, and I'm just going to glue them down into the inside of the board. These fit perfectly, and I'm using the hot glue to attach them in place. And then I'm going to take my sign and attach it to the basket. Now, I'm going to pre-drill some holes here, and then just take 2 small screws and attach the basket to the piece of wood. The wood was a little too heavy to use some wood glue. That's why I decided to screw the basket in. And if you wanted to do something more lightweight, I feel cardboard would be perfect. And you can just paint the cardboard white and do the stencil on top of that. And there we go. And that's the second project. And you can hold some of your eggs in this. And I just thought it was a fun farmhouse decoration. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials over on our webpage as well. Have a great day.